56-year-old Dene is addicted to online auctions, spending more time with his computer than with his wife, Karen.
It's almost a full-time job for Dene. It could be 8 hours a day. Because if something finishes at 4 in the morning, he would stay up till 4 in the morning.
In one day I would buy probably 20 items, maybe more.
Oh God, there's another 2 cameras in here. It could be a new television, it could be a car. There's another camera here.
Oh, another camera.
Candy floss makers, sunglasses, watches.
I've forgotten I had those, Karen.
Did you? 30, 40 coats. That one.
That's brand new, that one.
And does he wear them?
He does. No, not really.
Some of these clothes are quite expensive. Goodness knows how much money I've spent on them. I wouldn't like to count up, really.
All with tags on.
All brand
Never
new.
even been worn.
Not even been worn there. I'd like to buy guitars, equipment, Hawaiian shirts, a caravan.
In fact, he did bid on the boat, but fortunately we didn't win that because we've nowhere to put it. I mean, he did have 5 cars at one time. He bought that safe.
Oh, I bought that.
But he didn't realise that this was a toy.
No, I thought I was buying a metal big safe for a good price.
He's not got a clue, have you, love?
When I bid, I really get excited. It's the thrill of the win, I think. It's like gambling in a way, I suppose.
And if somebody was to outbid him by, I don't know, £5, £10, he'd be beside himself. We could have bought a small house by now,
Yeah.
wouldn't we?
It's quite embarrassing, really. I feel embarrassed about it.
Dene and Karen have been married for less than 2 years. Karen's under no illusion as to where she comes in relation to shopping.
He spends an awful lot more time now than ever. And I do feel a little bit pushed out, to be honest with you, as if he gets more attention than I do. So, yeah, it has got out of control.
I would prefer to shop than go to the pictures or go to an event. It's taken over my life. It's really taken over my life, and I just think about it all the time.
Dene squirrels away a lot of his buying in different storage locations across Yorkshire. But still, their home has become unbearable for wife Karen, prompting a drastic move to a bigger property in the same village.
As you can see, as we've just moved, and these are all the boxes.
I've come to find out more.
Well, it's got to the stage where we couldn't have anybody over to stay, even the grandchildren, because we couldn't get to the bed.
All the things I bought was on top of the bed with nowhere else to put them. We had to move, really.
What, you couldn't just sort of maybe get rid of some of the stuff?
The postman has like a satchel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Then he went to a little trolley, and then it got that bad, he had a little van.
He has to come with
And
the
it was
van now
all
and he's
your
bringing all my parcels.
Your solution is to keep putting things in storage and keep buying a bigger house and moving to a bigger house and a bigger house.
Dene's already filled every cupboard in their new house. His purchases are spilling into the spare room.
You've just got a few here.
And these are just all brand new, unused, never come out of the plastic.
Yeah, never even took them out of some children's watches.
We've got an awful lot of sunglasses as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got a suitcase full of sunglasses.
A suitcase full of sunglasses?
I would imagine it's that one, I think.
Dene, when you're buying a watch online, what's going through your mind?
It's just a case of buying them.
And do you have plans for them? When
To put them in this box.
What happens is that you'll get things on eBay, so you'll leave it on your desk for a while, so I'll put it in one of the boxes, and then you'll forget all about it. And that's how it starts to stack.
I see. So for you, the excitement is actually that moment of purchase.
Yes.
Sometimes I see him bidding on something and I think, oh God, that's just going to go in the spare room.
What's inside this house is the tip of the iceberg, because he's got storage full of cheap, tacky plastic junk, for want of a better word. Ooh, sunglasses.
Oh, I'd forgotten all about those.
That Dene doesn't care about. He doesn't even know what's in those boxes. And so it seems really pointless, but still he can't stop.
It's all
Dene spends 8 hours a day glued to online auctions, but I'm not sure he really knows how much money, as well as time, he's wasting.
So show me some of the type of things that you're looking at online at the moment.
All right, at the moment, I've just bid on this one and I've won this for the kitchen. There it is. We can look at the pictures now, I think.
£51.
Which I think I've got a bargain there.
And so how do you feel having just won that?
Fantastic. It's like scoring a goal at football, I suppose. It's that thing that you get, you know, that elation of winning the bid.
How much do you reckon you spend, like, each week or...?
It goes in... I'm not sure, because I don't really...
But the fact that you have absolutely no idea about how much you've spent, not worrying to you at all?
I have an overdraft at the bank, so...
Dene's oblivion to his spending is staggering. Hopefully Karen can shed some real light on his finances.
Do you know if Dene's in debt?
Yes,
He is.
definitely.
Do you know how much?
Yes.
Are you willing to share?
I think it's 15,000.
Really? Right. So that makes this situation a lot more serious.
It does.
I really do worry that if Dene carries on the way he's been going, he is going to do irreparable damage to not only his finances, but also to his relationship, because it must be so hard for Karen to just have to put up with it on a daily basis when it's completely unnecessary.
In Yorkshire, it's Dene's favourite time of the day.
Quite a lot coming today, and it's big excitement. It's a little buzz that I get. Every morning I'm here and I'm waiting for him, so I never know what's coming.
Karen sees things differently.
I'm just thinking, oh my God, how much? What is it? Do we need it? It upsets me really, because it's a waste of money. It's money that we could be doing something constructive with.
Hi there. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 today. It's like Christmas.
It really worries me, to be honest with you. On a daily basis, I'm trying to find where to put things.
It's exciting, isn't it? You can't get into this one. What's this, Boo, eh?
Oh, wow.
But I want to see what else I've got as well, so you can take that.
Are you bored with this one
Just
now?
a little bit, but we'll see what's in this one now. So I'll put that over there.
It's the bidding and the winning, and then opening the parcels. But they're like presents to him, I think. I think that's probably how he looks at them. But it's just that thrill.
The Hawaiian shirts is something that I do buy and I do collect them. It's like my watches and my guitars and things. That is actually essential, that, because everything has to match.
I don't think that'll even fit Dene. That's out of Dene's mind now, today's purchases. He's on tomorrow's.
It's gone up. I've still been outbid. So I'm going to go up to £15 and 9p now.
Just continues to just buy and buy and buy, and I'd say 75% of the items that we receive are things that we don't really need, want or require.
I'm the high bidder. I'm winning the bid, yay!
Dene's on his 4th marriage. I really want him to spend more time with Karen and rediscover the world outside of online auctions. I'm asking him to try something he's never done before, go cold turkey.
Delete eBay.
Okay.
Gone.
Gone.
There you go. I feel like I've lost my hand. I bet you're surprised, aren't you?
I'm
that I've
really
done that?
surprised
Yeah?
that you've actually done it.
I bet you are, yeah.
Think of all the time that you're going to have to yourself
I know,
now.
well, I will, won't I? And time, more time for you as well.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Dene's agreed to try and stay off the auction site for 3 weeks.
I think the hardest part of not going online is it's just automatic for me. We could be sat watching TV, but I'm always on there looking at what's happening. But that's going to be the hardest part, not having it there at the side of me.
Dene will be starving himself of a habit he's fed 8 hours a day in and day out, for years.
But it's like a little break, this, isn't it? It's like just getting out.
We need to make more time to do something like this, because for a cup of coffee and a sandwich, there's nowhere near as much as you would spend on the internet.
Yeah.
To help Dene, I've suggested he uses some of the time freed up from shopping to get rid of the stuff he's stored in friends' garages and warehouses all over Yorkshire by selling it at a car boot.
I actually bought this from eBay to try and learn the keyboards. It had all the things on there, all the different notes. I think I bought at the time on a whim, really, just to... I think I've played it once. A lot of it's just a load of rubbish, really, isn't it?
By facing up to the things he's buried in boxes, I hope to open Dene's eyes to what's truly important.
Well, these bring back some memories now, look.
Amongst piles of discarded purchases, Dene stores memorabilia from his past life as an 80s pop star.
That's me with black lace there. It just means so much when you look back on your life, what you've achieved and done. And so I'm upset that they've just been put into a box and closed up and put away in storage. And the other things are immaterial, really. They're not, they mean nothing. But when you open that up and find what used to be, brought a tear to my eye, that did. I know you shouldn't always live on your past, but it's just lovely memories of my life.
As Dene's pop stardom waned, online shopping filled the gap. It's seductive stuff, and easy to see how without it, his life feels empty.
Another day, this is getting harder and harder not to go on. To be honest, I had a sneaky look on yesterday, but I did manage not to buy anything.
It's 3 weeks since I asked Dene to go cold turkey from his beloved online auctions.
I've been thinking about Dene quite a lot since I last saw him, and it seems really sad that he did so many things and had all this fame and fortune, and now he's a person who would rather stay in and shop online rather than go out with friends or with his wife and socialise. And that sort of turnaround it really puts things into perspective. So how have you been since I last saw you?
I've kept my promise.
Have you?
Yes, I have. Although I've had a look, I've been having a sneaky look at something that a Rolls Royce that I was looking at.
Are you being serious?
I didn't get it because Karen said you can't have one, so I didn't bid or anything. But I used to have a Rolls Royce many years ago when I lived in Spain, but I can't afford one anymore, so that's gone.
It feels like a lot of your shopping is because of memories from the past.
Yeah, how I used to live.
Dene's made another big step. Not only has he not bought anything new, he's getting rid of much of the stuff he already has.
Close there.
I'm wondering what Karen makes of the new Dene.
What's he been like the last 3 weeks when he's not been going online shopping?
He's been a little bit like a lost boy.
Really?
Yeah. And after you'd been here last time, there were still parcels being delivered 10 days later. And it was things he'd forgotten that he'd ordered. But he's lost interest. He doesn't even go to the letterbox for the letters now. We've eaten out a lot, so that's been nice. So he's had more time. I think he secretly has realised that he's got a little bit of a problem going on here. And it's opened his eyes quite a lot.
Oh, wow. Gosh, so much, isn't it?
Just sorting
Look at
everything
it.
out, what we're going to keep and what we're going to take to the car boot. Yeah,
Okay.
so they're all memories, scrapbooks and things, so I'll keep those.
Dene, international cabaret star.
That's when I used to do the cruise ships.
So you must miss that life of making records and...
Yeah, I miss being on there and you know, in the limelight, if you like.
I think there's one thing to save things, but I think it's another thing entirely being dependent on
Yeah.
bidding on something and winning it
Yeah.
for that little rush of
Yeah.
happiness that it gives you. And when you get, you know, huge success or you
Yeah.
get recognised
Yeah.
in the street or, you know, you've got fans coming after you, that must give you that same
it
little
does.
buzz.
It does, yeah.
It must be on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
You know, when you win a bid, is it like a round of applause?
Yeah, I suppose it is really. It's like
think so.
getting that round of applause.
I think that's probably what it is.
Uh,
That little bit of a.
That might be what it is why I do that then. When you say it in that way, yeah. Yeah.
And
Like
what's,
you say,
but
it's
what's to
just that-
stop you going back to this in the future?
I don't
You know,
think I
tomorrow?
will.
But why don't you think you will?
I just don't think I will. Do you think I will now?
Yeah.
Do you really? I mean,
I think it'll just slowly get back.
well, I don't think so. I think I can do it. And I've realised now.
I really hope Dene can prove Karen wrong, for her sake just as much as his.
I'm very careful what I buy. I mean, I've not bought anything off from eBay since we spoke last.
That's progress.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
When we first met, you were quite reluctant to even go out and socialise
I was.
because you had bids
I-
that were finishing and you needed
I was
to
watching and
watch
everything.
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So how has stopping online shopping changed your life?
I think it's brought Karen and I closer together. I think we spend a lot more time together.
Time that you wouldn't have had.
That's right. Yeah,
you'd been
because I'd have been
shopping.
shopping on there.
What did Karen say?
Well, she said it's better now. Your computer and everything else is in there, and we sit in there without any interruptions, that we can communicate more together. And I can honestly say that I'm not addicted anymore, which is great.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm in a different place now.
I'm really proud of Dene and really happy for Karen.